Hello, welcome to mathematics session. In this session, we are going to look at part 2, removing brackets. Now, in this part 2 of removing our brackets, we are going to focus on multiplication. How do you identify that this is multiplication and this is subtraction or addition, but having parentheses and the steps we are supposed to take? So tip number 1, we remove brackets or parentheses in order to expand the expression, making it longer to expand. Okay, so we'll use these skills in basic processes of algebra, where we'll be expanding expressions before we simplify. Tip number 2, we remove brackets so that we sort out and group like terms together for easier solving. Tip number 3, any number or letter next to the parenthesis without minus or plus in the middle means multiplication. What this means is that if you look at this, 2 open brackets minus 4 close brackets, are you seeing any minus in the middle between 2 and the brackets? Are you seeing plus? There is nothing. So this means that this is multiplication and it's not a subtraction. So the rules you are going to use now are for multiplication purely. So in this case, we have negative times negative, it will give you positive. We have positive times positive, it will give you positive. Then we have negative times positive, different signs, you get negative. Positive times negative, you get negative still. So these are the rules we are going to focus on as we solve. So we have y2 plus 3 inside the parenthesis. We have x 3 minus 1 inside the parenthesis. So what are we supposed to do? Okay, so in this case we have 2 minus 4. So in this case what we are doing, you are multiplying these 2 times negative 4. So in this case we have 2 times negative 4. This will give you negative 8. Then we have b, we have y, then open brackets 2 plus 3. So what this means is that multiply y by each and every term inside the brackets. So in this case, this is y times 2, that is 2y. Then we have y times 3, this is positive, so this is plus 3y. So in this case, we have they are like terms, so this can be added. So 2 plus 3, that is 5y, that is the answer. That's the answer. So the next thing that we have x, then 3 minus 1. So what do? We multiply this by each and every item inside the bracket. So x times positive 3, that is 3x. Then if you look at this x is positive here, but this one is negative. So positive times negative, different sign, that is negative x. So this, what this means is that it means is 3 minus 1. Okay, here there is invisible 1. So what we do, you can say 3 minus 1, cross brackets, you put x there, so that you solve. So 3 minus 1, that is 2. 2 times x, that is 2x. So this is the answer. So this is how you identify multiplication. So we go to the next example. Okay, so if you look at this, we have these 2 and the parentheses or brackets here. We have this negative and this. So here, as you can see, there is nothing here. So in this case, if you see there is no number other than 2 or above, meaning there is invisible 1 here. So here there is invisible 1, which will give us -1. It's the number that we are going to use to multiply inside there. We multiply by the number inside there. So we don't show 1 in mathematics. So in this case, we say 2 positive 2 times negative. Multiplying different signs, it will give you negative. So this is -6. Okay, then -1, which is invisible, times positive. Negative times positive, negative. So -4. So same signs, you just add this 6 plus 4, that is 10. Then you put a negative sign of the numbers. Subtracting numbers of same sign, just add the two numbers and pick the sign of the numbers. We go to the next one, which is B. If you look at this, we are going to multiply x by each and every item inside here. So this is a group that we are going to deal with. So you don't use this x with what is this side, because of plus here the operational sign. So this will also be done separately. Then we bring down. Okay, so there is a combination, there is a addition and multiplication. So we start with multiplication before we add. So x times 5, that is 5x. Okay, x times -2, that is -2x. Then this is positive. 4 times negative, that is -40, like this. So in this case, what we have now is 5x minus 2x. You have 5 x's, you remove 2 x's, you remain with 3x. Okay, minus what? 40. Okay, minus 40. So in this case, you can just say over 3 over 3. So in this case, we have x is equal to 3 into 4, that is 1, remainder this is 1, remainder 1. We put 1 there. We have 10. 3 into 10, that is 3 times. So remainder 1. So remainder 1, we put 1 as the numerator over 3. So this is the answer. We come to this. What does this mean? What this means is that work out what is inside the brackets first before you add. And where is the trick? The trick is where they have put -5 inside here. Okay, so you have to recall integers, the rules, the tips, because this is where you are going to get this question wrong if you are not careful. This is simple. 2 plus 3 is 5. Okay, you bring plus here. Then this -5 plus 2, you are adding numbers of different signs. So just subtract 5 minus 2, that is 3. You write 3. You ask now yourself a question. The bigger numbers, which sign? Negative. So you put negative. So we don't write like this. Okay, operational signs following each other. What do? You introduce brackets. This shows that you know mathematics. So the next stage, what do we do? Now we have come to what we have done previously. Okay, opening brackets, removing brackets. So positive here and negative, different signs will result in negative. So everything here will result in negative, and the parentheses or brackets will disappear. So I'll bring 5 here and bring down just 3. Don't come and write negative again, because this has gone. This time this has changed to this, and you just pick the number. So in this case, the final answer, 5 minus 3, that is 2. So this is the answer. This one, as usual, this one will be done separately, and this one. So this is multiplication, removing brackets, because we have 2 here, we don't have plus in between and minus. Here we have multiplication, we don't have plus or minus in between. So this times this, we expand, that is 6y. Then 2 times negative. So when you see a negative number, you have to think, you pause. and recall the rules. What do I do when I'm multiplying numbers of different signs? Positive 2 times negative. Positive times negative, negative 2. Okay? So in this case, we have this one, we have equals, this is an equation. 3 times y, that is 3y. 3 times negative 3. You see a negative, pause, ask yourself questions, recall, refer, go back to the rules before you. You are not in an exam. You are just writing an exercise. There is no need for you to rush. Go back and check the rules. Okay? Check the rules for multiplication of integers, different signs. Okay? So the rules can be even summarized here as I've done here. So different signs, negative times positive, negative, positive times negative, negative. So I'll know that this will be, this time this will be negative 3. So what next? We have to group like terms together. This one and this one, they have to be together. So this 3y will cross the equal sign. So once it crosses the equal sign, the sign here will change to negative. So it will be 6y minus 3y, then minus 2 is equal to negative 3. Negative 3 has remained alone there. We want constant numbers to the right alone. We want letters to the left variables alone. So this also will go that side. These two will jump and go that side. It's negative. When it crosses the equal sign, it will be positive. So 6y minus 3y, okay, equals negative 3 plus 2. So 6y minus 3y is the same as 6 minus 3. It will give you 3. Okay, so this is 3y is equal to, then this, when you see a negative adding, pause, think, go back to the rules before you make a mistake. So adding numbers of different signs, negative and positive, what do? You just subtract it normally, like 3 minus 2, it will give you 1. The question is, the bigger number, what sign is it having? It's having negative. The numerically bigger number is having negative, so it will be negative 1. This is not the end. This y has to remain alone. These 3 should move away. So in this case, you can't lift these 3 to the other side because here there is multiplication. Okay? I repeat, you can't lift these 3 to the other side because there is a multiplication. We only lift or shift when you have minus, like in this case minus 2, like that, or like this positive 2 and there is minus there, we can shift everything there. So in this case, what do? Multiplication goes with division, so you divide both sides by 3. Okay, so when you have multiplication there, don't shift the number, divide. So this is 1. Y is equal to negative 1 over 3. So this is the final answer. So please watch the video several times. Okay, these, you can watch these videos anywhere, okay, where you are at any time. So you have an opportunity to revise. Even if I'm not there, you're at your own time, you have an opportunity to revise because this is recorded. It's not like in a traditional setup classroom where once the teacher teaches, okay, you go to your various places, okay, you forget, you have to contact the teacher again if you are shy or you are not good or what, you fail to ask. That's the end. You start banking problems, you start banking challenges. So you can still go back to this video and see where you did not understand and get clarified through the video. If you are unable, you can easily send me a message on WhatsApp on 2 + 60 977 92 79 26. Thank you so much for your attention.